Well, as always, thank you so much for joining me. This is the middle of our 6-week series, and today's class is going to be cardio yoga. So, we are still in our 6-week series focusing on balance. So, we will try to increase our heart rate while also working in many different opportunities to find balance throughout our class today. We will begin in a seated position. So come on down to your seat. Root down through
I'm not sure I understand.
root down through your sit bones. Adjust any of that muscle meat under there if you need to. You're also more than welcome to grab a pillow or something else to sit on if that sounds comfortable. And when you get into your seated position, sit tall. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down once more, just like that. Nice big shoulder rolls. Really accentuate those stretches. Maybe stretch the sides of the neck. Maybe add in a little neck rotation before we get started. Beautiful. And when you're ready, begin to settle in. Let your arms hang heavy. Maybe rest on your knees. Sit nice and tall. Let your spine expand. And when you're ready, softly close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Take another longer, deeper inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it all go. And take your third largest, fullest breath yet. Try to invite in as much air as you possibly can into your lungs. Pause when you reach the top. And forcibly exhale everything out. Beautiful, like a balloon deflating in your lungs. Seal your lips and continue to take long, slow, deep inhales and long, slow, complete exhales. Trying to center your attention within the four corners of your mat, listening to what the body is needing today. Regardless of the class style, you are always welcome to customize to suit your needs for today. Beautiful. I invite you to take this opportunity to set an intention for today's class. What is it that you need or you want to dedicate your practice to today? And if nothing's coming to mind, or if you'd like some inspiration, I do have an affirmation to share with you. I am totally adequate for all situations. Let's say that again. I am totally adequate for all situations. I am one with the power and wisdom of the universe. I claim this power, and it is easy for me to stand up for myself. I am totally adequate for all situations. And let's think about how that relates to balancing. Some you're really good at, some you're just skating by. But you are at least totally adequate for all situations. Whatever intention you're choosing to stick with today, inhale and exhale as that settles in. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes. On your next inhale, reach your arm up to the sky. Bring your palms together. Lower your thumbs to your chest. Once more, just like that, sweep the arms all the way up. Reach a little higher. Exhale, hands to center. Come down to your chest. Last time, just like that, maybe opening through the shoulders a little more. Reach nice and tall and bring it in. Place your right hand on your left knee, left hand at the base of your spine. Sit nice and tall, gentle spinal twist, looking over the left shoulder. Inhale, center, twisting the opposite direction. Left hand to right knee, right hand at the base of your spine. Inhale to expand. Exhale to gently twist, looking over the right shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. And let's start in a cat-cow. So come to a tabletop. Bring your palms under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Squeeze that belly in. Reach the crown of your head forward and try to lengthen and straighten out through the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the tailbone, cow pose. Look up, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, cat pose, round the spine, tuck the chin, push the mat straight down. Inhale, cow, letting the spine smile and bend. Exhale, cat, round it out, create space between the vertebrae. Beautiful. And then make your way to a high plank. So step your right foot back, then your left foot back. Find your high plank. Now, if high plank is a little much, you can always choose to keep the knees down or come down to the forearms. So a lot of different ways to customize your high plank, but see if you can hold it for just a breath and then choose your modification of choice. When you're ready, lift your hips, find downward facing dog, pressing through the fingertips to try to reduce some of the pressure in the wrists, allowing your shoulders to reach away from the ears. Lift the hips as high as you can, and then keep a nice bend in the knees as you drop your heels toward the mat. Beautiful. Inhale, round through the spine as you shift your shoulders forward back to high plank. Inhale. Exhale, push it back, downward facing dog. Keeping a bend in the knees, pedal one foot down at a time, straightening one knee at a time, and alternating. Feeling a nice stretch through the back of the calf, maybe the knee and thigh as well. Beautiful. When you're ready, look forward and step forward. Find forward fold. Feet can be together or hips with distance apart, whichever feels good for you. Let the belly sink into the thighs. Let the head and neck hang heavy. Maybe try to lift the hips just a little closer to the sky. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, mountain pose. Arms come with us. Exhale, gentle back bend. Lift the chest, cactus the arms. Inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold. Now to really start the class off with a higher heart rate, we're going to go through that little mini sequence a few times. And I encourage you to increase your speed or continue to move at your own pace, whatever feels good for you. So plant your palms, step your feet back to high plank. Inhale, hold. Exhale, push it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll through the spine, shift the shoulders forward, come back to high plank, pressing your heels behind you. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice stretch in the back of the legs. Inhale, look forward as you step forward, forward fold. Exhale, hold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, gentle back bend. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step it back, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank, rolling the spine forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step it forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold.
Inhale, mountain. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. I hope a couple of those got our heart rate started just a little bit. Inhale, hands up, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, plant the palms, step it back, high plank. Hold high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. All right, now listen for the change. Bring your feet together at the back of your mat. Inhale, reach the right leg high. Exhale, step it through. High lunge. So bring your right foot in between your hands. And when you're ready, press down through the front foot, lifting the shoulders over the hips. Arms reach to the sky. Exhale, warrior two. Adjust the feet if necessary. Front heel to back arch alignment. Sink as deep as you can into that front knee. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, windmill your hands down. Frame your front foot. Step it back, high plank. Inhale, downward facing dog. Exhale, step it forward, forward fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Step it back, high plank. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, step it through, low lunge. Place your left foot in between your hands. Adjust your footing as necessary, and when you're ready, push down through the front foot to rise into high crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Arms come to a T. Adjust the feet as necessary. Maybe spread them out if you can. Dig deep into that left knee. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, windmill your hands down. Frame the front foot. Step it back. High plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Step it back, high plank. Inhale, hold. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step it through, low lunge. Inhale, now listen for the change, warrior one. So take a little step in with your back foot until the back foot is flat on the mat. Heel to heel alignment. And then root to rise, lift all the way up. So notice your feet aren't going to be quite as far apart as they were in your high lunge because you want the back foot on the mat. And your heels are in one straight line. So the closer your feet are together being in one line, the more we have to focus on balancing. Now, if this makes you feel really wobbly, you can obviously create a little more space, like railroad tracks, between your feet. But if you want to try to test your balance, keep those heels in one straight line. Find the level that serves you. Beautiful. Bring your hands to heart center. Shift your weight over your front knee. I'm going to scoot back a little bit so I don't hit my plant. Now begin to lift your back foot off the mat. Now you can just kind of lift it and put it back down if you're feeling unsteady. Maybe kind of rock back and forth a couple times. See how it feels to balance on that front foot. But if it's feeling okay, maybe see if you can lift the back heel a little higher. Now I find it helpful to keep my hands together and pressing my thumbs into my chest.
That kind of brings my attention to my center of gravity. But you can have any variation of your hands that you like. Maybe you even need to touch a wall, or maybe you like holding onto your hips. Lots of different options there. Try to keep your left hip pointing down, left toes pointing down, so both hips stay straight, and your shoulders point down regardless of what angle you're at. So this is our variation of Warrior 3, our peak balancing posture for today. And we're just gonna kind of keep rocking back and forth until we find the level or until I say change. All right, when you're ready, keep a little bend in the front knee and step back as far as you can to find a high crescent lunge. Exhale, Warrior 2. So just adding in these challenging balancing options into our flow. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, windmill your hands down, frame your front foot, step it back, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale, look forward, step it forward, forward fold. Inhale, rise, mountain. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step it back, high plank, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step it through, low lunge, left foot in between the hands. Listen for the change. Inhale, Warrior 1. So step that right foot in as much as you need to, and then rise. And once you're up here, if you're like, oh, I think I have more space, you can always push it back. Just try to keep that back heel down on the mat. Bring your hands to heart center or your preferred balance arm variation. Shift your weight forward over that left knee. And then same thing, just start rocking back and forth a little bit to see how it feels balancing on that left foot. The other thing that really helps you balance in a posture like Warrior 3 is to stare at something on the floor really far in front of you. So like a foot in front of your mat. So as you're rocking and rolling, find something to stare at. Don't look at me. And if you need to set it back down or tap the wall, that's okay. But try to get your right foot just a little higher with each time. Really think about kicking through the back heel. Think about lengthening that right leg nice and long, kicking through the heel as a counterbalance. And maybe it'll kick up so high that it's level with the mat eventually. When you're ready, keep a little bend in that left knee and take a big step back for high crescent lunge. Exhale, Warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, windmill your hands down. Step it back, high plank. Beautiful. Inhale, hold. Exhale, downward facing dog. Back of the legs should feel nice and stretched out by now. Inhale, look forward. Step forward, forward fold. Inhale, rise, mountain pose. Exhale, gentle back bend, cactus the arms. Inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step it back, high plank. We'll do one more round, adding on just a little bit. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step it through. Low lunge. Inhale, Warrior 1. Find that back footing. Rise when you're ready. Exhale, hands to heart center. Shift your weight forward and start to lift that back foot. Now see if you can rock a little less than the first time. You've done this before. Your balancing muscles have fired already once. Let's see if we can use them to steady ourselves. Find your focal point. Stare at something, whether it's a spot on the floor or a water bottle that you put in front of you. Beautiful. All right, keep your back leg lifted and then slowly lower your arms, your hands down to the mat. Bring your back knee to the back of your right calf. So this is sort of a Shiva squat. So bring the left knee to the back of the right calf, lowering the butt as much as you feel comfortable. This is really going to fire up that standing leg. And then try to get back to your warrior three. See if you can maybe tap down if you need to. Beautiful. When you're ready, keep a bend in that right knee. Step as far back as you can. Find your high crescent lunge. Is your right thigh on fire right now? Because mine is. Arms reach up, high crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Open up those legs. Beautiful. Inhale, reverse warrior. Right arm to the sky. Keep the lunge. Exhale, windmill the hands down. Step it back. High plank. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Going right into the other side. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step it through. Low lunge. Inhale, warrior one. Step the back foot in. Press down to rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Shift the weight forward. Find your variation of warrior three. Find your focal point. Kick through the back heel. Now, I always keep my standing knee bent slightly. You may get to the point where you feel comfortable straightening it. I'm not there yet. That's okay. Toes point down, heel reaches back, staring in front of you. Lower your hands down, keep the back heel lifted, Shiva squat. Right knee comes to the back of your left calf. Sink your hips as low as you can. One-legged squat. And then when you're ready, see if you can get back into your warrior three. It's okay if you stumble or tap down and get back. Just try to find warrior three. Last one, I know, legs on fire. Standing knee is slightly bent. Step as far back as you can. High crescent lunge, arms reach up. Exhale, warrior two. Bend the left knee. Inhale, reverse warrior. Left arm sweeps the sky. Exhale, windmill your hands down. Frame the front foot. Step it back. High plank. Inhale, hold. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Okay, let's give those hips a little reprieve now. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, half pigeon. Bring your right knee behind your right wrist. Let your right shin rest on the mat and allow your right toes to point toward the left wrist or wherever they fall. Lower the left knee down, and from there, start to walk your hands back to lift the chest. Now, maybe squeeze the inner thighs together to help you find stability in the legs. Now, if this is extremely uncomfortable in the knees or the hips, then I have another option for you. If this feels good, then just walk your hands forward and come down to your forearms or maybe your forehead and allow your hip to stretch nicely. If this is not a comfortable position, then let me give you option two. Option two is to flip over to your back. Keep your left foot flat on the mat. Bring your right ankle to your left thigh and maybe even lift the left foot off the mat. So this is another variation to get a really good stretch in the back of the hips, the back of the right glute. But They're both great options. So either this option, reclined figure 4, or the first option, half pigeon. So just hold your posture of choice for just a couple more breaths here. Try to return the focus to your breath, maybe back to your intention. I am totally adequate in all situations, even falling out of balancing poses in yoga. Beautiful. Just let that stretch, relax those muscles. Beautiful. Notice the heart rate starting to calm down a little bit. And when you're ready, whichever position you're in, slowly begin to make your way back to downward facing dog. So if you're in half pigeon, lift up to your palms, tuck your back toes, lift your back leg, maybe open up the hip because that feels nice. And then return to your downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, half pigeon on the left side. So again, if half pigeon's not your jam, I'll walk you into figure 4 in just a moment. But bring your left, if pigeon is your jam, bring your left knee behind your left wrist. Left shin rests on the mat. Walk your hands back, lifting the chest up, squeezing the thighs together to align the hips, and then walking the hands forward, letting them rest into that hip stretch. If half pigeon is not your jam, slip over to your back. Right foot on the mat, left ankle on the right thigh. Maybe hold it here, or maybe lift the right shin parallel to the mat. Maybe even grab the back of the thigh, whichever level of intensity feels really great to get you a nice stretch along the outer back of the left thigh. So your yogi's choice, whichever option suits you best. We're going to hold this again for just a couple more breaths here. Noticing that our heart rate is really slowing back down to its normal resting rate, which is great. We got some good blood flow pumping. That's why we do this. Okay, when you're ready, make your way back to your downward facing dog. So come, maybe lift the back, lift the left leg, open up that left hip if that feels nice, and then find downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bring your knees down and just come to a seat. Just find a comfortable seat. Come down to your sitting bones once again, just like we started. And sit tall, sit proud. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, lower your palms in front of your chest. And maybe just hold them there for a minute. Gently reach your left ear down towards your left shoulder. And just hold it there, allowing the weight of your head to gently stretch the right side of your neck. And then slowly turn the chin downwards, allowing the weight of your head to gently stretch the back of your neck. And then slowly moving around in your circle, pausing with your right ear over the right shoulder. Gentle stretch through the neck and upper shoulder. And then slowly tilt your head back, even stretching the front of your neck. Beautiful. Bring your head back to center. Take a deep inhale through the nose. And exhale, sigh everything out. Noticing the heart rate. What speed is it at? If you're trying to slow it down just a little bit more, great. Take slow, long, deep inhales through the nose. And try to match that same length of your exhale through the nose. So nice, slow, complete exhales. It's through the exhale that we really slow down the heart rate. Beautiful. Inhale, sweep your arms to the sky once again. Exhale, bring your hands down in front of your chest. And as you inhale, plug your thumbs into your heart. May we look inward for validation and acceptance. Inhale, draw your thumbs to your lips. May we speak words of truth, kindness, and encouragement. Inhale, draw your thumbs to your third eye center. May we be the change we wish to see in this world. Take a deep inhale to fill yourself with love and light, and exhale to share that with the world. Namaste.